Good morning, everybody. Dave Mason. Steph, hello. Now, tell me, before I go off the deep end, can you see me and can you hear me okay? I hope you can. All good on YouTube and Facebook. Since the intro video is ended, because morning. Hello, Bob Matthews. I'm kind of developing the production a little bit, and the Sunday night stream is that is like an established thing with a lot of stuff, receiving loud and clear. Right, that's good. Okay, very good. Okay, yeah, like the Sunday night stream is hello, Dita Shani. The Sunday night stream is established technologically, providing I don't forget to press certain buttons. So the point is, that's good, right? Song surgery. This week is the dopamine disaster, and the dopamine disaster is titled the dopamine disaster because of the situation that we found ourselves in with everybody being addicted to dopamine, I believe. I may be wrong. There may be some people who aren't addicted to dopamine. And the word dope comes from dopamine, doped up to the eyeballs, full of dope, on dope, dopamine, brain chemistry. So this is the title of this song, and the dopamine hit is coming from everywhere. It's coming from everywhere, from television, from advertising, from sugar, from cigarettes, from everywhere. The internet. The internet is the internet's infested with dopamine hits for various different reasons. So before we get into the track, it's important, I'm afraid we're going to have a small music theory lesson. Because otherwise, the whole idea of this song comes from a musical theory in music, and as Eddie Van Halen so brilliantly said, it's theory, it's not fact. What does Eddie Van Halen know? He's only a genius. So, if I press this, I need to go to this here and go like that. Right, okay, so now you can see me and you can still hear me, okay? And you're still getting the piano, okay. Now, we have, there's only two scales. I want to talk about two scales. This whole track is written on these two scales, and it's about the bittersweet. Of the dopamine hit, of the fix. So if we start with the A minor scale. Good morning, Anaswa Spandan Banaji. Excuse me for not being able to pronounce your name, but you are absolutely welcome. So we have an A minor scale. Let's just play the A minor scale. All white keys. And we have the A major scale. Okay. Now there's a scale called the melodic minor. Okay. The melodic minor is this. So you got this A minor, and you got two very interesting notes. It's a major 7 and a major 6, or a major 6 and a major 7. Now go back to the A minor. So the first four notes of A major, first four notes of A major are in the A melodic minor. Now, if you play an A minor chord with those, and then you play the E major chord, exactly the same notes. So the A minor, you have that bitterness. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful bitterness. And then you have that resolve. So listen to this. Let's try an octave down. Now let's put the E major in. See? Okay, so that's what it's kind of about, you know. That's what it's kind of about. It's about that resolve of the of those two scales and those two chords, and one of the things that I find in all of my guitar lessons, many of my guitar lessons, in many of my guitar lessons, I like to point out to people that there are countless scales in one key. You know, you can play a G major scale in an A blues, and you can play a D mixolydian scale in an A blues. You know, and they're all the same. They're all the same. And I'm not really kind of a theory guy, really. I'm a bit theoried, but I'm really into sounds and emotion and expression than anything else, you know. I hope you can see me and hear me. I shall keep referring back. You're all a bit quiet. I take it you're all enjoying the show so much. Okay, so based on that thing with the chords there, the guitar is playing that. Might need to turn this up a little bit. So that guitar's playing that. That's that A melodic minor, and then it goes to the E. So if I really get into the nitty gritty of what this is about, okay, that two-note guitar melody over the two different chord structures doesn't change. Where's that lead? There it is. So it doesn't change. So when it goes to the next chord, it's the exact same two notes. That could be either part of the song. See, that could be either part of the song because you can't hear the chord behind it. So it's the chord underneath that has an effect on those two notes, which is what I was demonstrating on the keyboard when we began. So we have Jim with the brushes. Very good. Yeah. With Kenny on the bass. So this rhythm guitar, this clean strat, and the bass and the drums went down together. That's a live take, 100%. There's no overdub there at all. So this is the three of us playing live, 100% live. I wish I'd had the video. I wish I'd had the video camera running. But hey. So then this melody guitar comes in. Jesus, look at that. Got the mic the wrong way around. What an amateur. Sorry about that. Here's the change. Okay, Night Train in Baltimore. Hello, Baltimore. I was just talking about Baltimore this morning. Dennis Chambers, the great Dennis Chambers, came to a gig that I was doing in Baltimore, and I was very thrilled and honoured to see him. You're paying attention, Nick. That's what I like to hear. Bob Matthews, excellent, 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 excellent. Okay, so then same melody now with the slide. So it's nothing, you know, you don't need everything going on all the time all at once. This is a synth pad joined in there, playing the very chords that I described at the beginning. Key change. The 62 Telecaster with the Seymour Duncan pickups. Let's solo that. Let's solo that. A lot of delay and reverb. That is one hell of a guitar. Now, Now, we're not talking digital simulations here, ladies and gentlemen, when the incredible and brilliant John Rabbit Bundrick plays the Hammond B3. This is not a digital simulation. This is a Hammond B3 with 2 microphones on the spinning Leslie cabinet. Let's just have a listen to that. You're gathered here today. Listen to that wheel spin. Listen to that wheel spin. I'll tell you, Rab's a master. John Rabbit Bundrick. I've never met John, but we communicate online a lot. And Rab is, he's an IK multimedia artist who I make, because Amplitude is made by IK Multimedia, and I got a phone call from the guy who takes care, who I'm in touch with at IK Multimedia, and he said, Rab Bundrick's been watching your Amplitude demos and he wants to say hello, so we were introduced. And Rab said, if you ever want any keyboards, you know, be sure to let me know. Well, let's just get it straight who John Rabbit Bundrick is, for those of you who don't know. First and foremost, he's on Bob Marley and the Wailers' first album. He was involved with the music on the Rocky Horror Picture Show. He's on John Martin's Solid Air. He's on every solo Pete Townsend album ever made, and he was with The Who for 30 years. So he's a bit of a he's got some experience. We used to watch this video of The Who playing Tommy in Los Angeles, and Rab Bundrick was playing organ and keyboards on that, and this is like years ago when I was in my early 20s, mid 20s, and I thought Rab was amazing, and of course he's amazing, and so to have him playing on this stuff for me is a great honour. And the quality, I'll tell you the thing with Rab is that he was in Free, he was in Kossoff's Backstreet Crawler, I think he was actually sitting next to Paul Kossoff on the plane when he died. The ideas, you know, Rab, I mean, I'm assuming Rab can fly all over the keyboard. I've seen him do some stuff with Pete Townsend in the studio where he's really playing some incredible stuff, beautiful runs, but it's his ideas and his sounds that are just, you know, I think that's why he always got the call. It's because he brought something. Just get a keyboard player to go C major, E minor, blah, 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 blah. Rab would bring things. Now, for instance, this is a tiny detail, right? This is a tiny detail. But for me, it's massive. It's massive, okay? So you have this change. You have this change where this is where the solo starts, okay? Okay. Now, he doesn't bring the chord in until the second chord, because I believe what he's thinking is that you have that chord change for the solo, and he could just put the organ on the one, down, bang, okay, there's the chord change, but he doesn't. He lets that. I didn't ask him to do this, he just sent it. There's some other stuff that I'll point out on different song surgeries that he's done that are just so fresh and just great ideas, and they're so simple. Why didn't I think of it? That's the thing, you know. It's like, if it's that easy, why didn't everybody else think of it, you know? But he doesn't play the chord. I'll mute the solo. He doesn't play the chord on the beginning. He leaves it to the second chord. So without the solo in, here's the change, and then the chord there. Because it gives the change a chance to establish itself, and you're not squandering the introduction, because this is the first time you've heard the organ in the song. You're not squandering that new addition by just dropping it on the front with everything else. Do you see what I mean? So you hear that tension. You hear that tension in the chord. Can I? Yeah, let's open this up. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this chord instance again. There it is. Okay. So I don't know if you can see the keyboard. So it's just this G sharp and F sharp with the A minor underneath. And we'll put the A major underneath. And then you got a D major as well. So it's kind of like the relief of an addict, you know, and I've had my fair share of troubles with addiction. I can assure you of that. And when you I remember I don't smoke anymore. I used to smoke. I tell you, I used to smoke anything, and I remember not having any cigarettes, and I remember buying cigarettes, and the craving disappeared just when I had the cigarettes in my pocket, and the urgency for the cigarettes left because the brain chemistry. So this is, I mean, if you listen to the A with the A flat, now let's put the A in. So the A with the A flat, then we add the C, the E, and then it's all about fixing. It's all about fixing. It's all about fixing the fix, getting the fix. He needs a fix. So that So that slide is playing the C, and you've got the A flat in the chord. So there's almost like a euphoria when you hit that E. It's got the same A flat, but it's the chord shifts around it. I've done many a guitar lesson in my time, and guitar master classes. What a pompous thing. Clinics, whatever you call it, guitar surgery, whatever. Master class. Bullshit. And I've taught in schools. I've taught all ages and all levels. And if you want a guitar lesson, why not get in touch? So, and basically what I've said is many times, what I'm going to say now is that if you think of a white wall, a plain white wall, and you shine a light on it with a red gel, and that white wall turns blue, and then you change the gel and you put a blue gel on, or a red gel, or a green gel, that white wall is always a white wall. It hasn't changed. It's the impression. It's the thing that you put on it. So in this instance, it's what you stand next. There's the A sharp, there's the A flat, and there's the A minor, and there's the E major and the A minor, and this A flat stays the same. So it's what you put next to it has the effect of that A flat sounding like it's changed. It hasn't changed. It hasn't changed. It's exactly the same. And then you get this kind of euphoric release, which is the Let's talk John Rabbit Bundrick and the Hammond B3 just once more, because there's a thing Rab does which I would never have noticed, and I'm sure there's millions of guys do the same thing. But you have this revolving speaker in the Leslie cabinet, and we all know about that. And you got a fast speed and you got a slow speed, but Rab actually stops it, so there's no there's no wheel there at all. And then when he throws it into gear, Jesus, it's like you can have it slow, you can have it fast, and this is the thing. This is my opinion. This is what makes Rab the master that he is that if you've got the Leslie cabinet always spinning, whether it's slow or whether it's fast, you'll hear the difference between the fast and the slow. But like leaving that chord out at the beginning of that change, when you bring the second chord in, you get that impact. It's so for the Leslie speaker to go from slow to fast is one thing, but it's even more powerful if you go from dead stop to fast. Do you get what I'm saying? So you'll hear these chords, they've got no spin, they've got no effect on them at all. It's just a stationary speaker cabinet. So when he throws it into gear, it really hits. He's my hero. He's one of my musical heroes. And because this isn't a digital simulation, you can actually hear him flicking the switches on the thing. You can hear a click there. I don't know if that's coming through or not. There you go. Man, what a sound. What a sound. What a musician. Yes, okay, that's it. Not a lot going on in that. You know, this again. It's this thing about simplicity in space. You know, Pink Floyd are a great example of this. You know, you can have this huge guitar sound going on with Dave Gilmour. And the drums are just going boom, ba, boom, boom, ba. You know. You don't need to fill up every possible space, you know. So we're going to do the usual thing, and we're going to listen to the song in its entirety. I need to bring that back a little bit on the hot side. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope that you're all still with me. Less is more, absolutely. Yeah, John Bundrick, Night Train 0222. Yes, you can hear the click. Fabulous, isn't it? You can hear. It's the mechanics. It's a mechanical machine. It's a machine. It's the B3 is a machine. You know. Rab's not been well, so I haven't heard from him for a while. But yes. Anyway, Jim Drummond on drums, Kenny Hutchison on bass, me on guitar, and Rabbit on the organ. So we'll listen to the song all the way through. Just to say before we do that, live stream Thursday morning from this very room, 11 a.m. UK time. The times are, I don't have the times in front of me, but I've been doing live streams on a Sunday night every night for ages, a couple of years now, and I love it. But I've kind of been missing a treat by not doing a live stream in the morning. Not the Song Surgery. The Song Surgery is a standalone thing all of its own, but the live stream on the Sunday night, everything's set up. You see, I've got the stream software with all of the graphics and all of the track listings, and everything's there, and I've got everything in Ableton, although I'm using Cubase here, and you know, I've literally just got to switch it on a Thursday morning and play the show again. And you know, I did this last Thursday, and we got Korea, Japan, Singapore, Australia, and normally on a Sunday night I get England, Scotland, Switzerland, Germany, you know, and America, Chicago, New York, California. So the idea of doing it on, obviously, I know you understand this, but I'm enthused by this. I'm very enthused by all of this. Okay, so there we go. We are using Cubase, and what do we have on the output? I'll tell you what we've got on the output, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the glorious Taupe, which is a tape simulator from Acoustica Audio, and We are using a multi-track tape simulation, little bit of compression, just a little bit, just to level the top off a little bit. You don't want to smash it down, it's like some dance record or something, but you just want to level the top off, and it just makes it all lovely. And and that's the arc room correction. You don't need to hear that. Okay, shall we listen to the song from the beginning, and then I'll be able to talk to you on the chat. And then what I'll have to do is I'll have to mute my microphone. And once I say cheerio on the microphone, it'll be music all the way, and we'll be talking on the chat. So Thursday morning, 11 o'clock, live performance, guitar playing. Watch out on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and all of that nonsense. And share. Be positive. Stay in the light. Avoid the BBC at all costs. Certainly the news of the BBC. And I've got to stay away from that shit. I'll tell you, it's bad for me. Okay, here's the track. See you on the chat in a second. Thanks very much for listening. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you Thursday morning. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's just bring him back on. Okay, so that's that. One thing that I've learnt or come to the it dawned on me a long time ago. It dawned on me a long time ago. Thank you, Bjorn. Thank you very much, sir. There's one thing that dawned on me a long time ago, and that is you have to have material. You have to have songs or instrumentals or good material, not just something to twiddle over the top of to show how fast you can play. And so I practice and I investigate, and I try to expand my musical knowledge and capacity and ability and understanding and the application, so to enable you to express yourself. You know, knowing a lot of big words is not particularly clever, but it will give you the ability to express yourself when needed, if and when. Okay, so of all these records that I've made, CDs that I've made, Homework, Slide Away, Promises, Half Alive, Learning Curve, 10, Note to Self, Double Life, White Mountain Road, Late Show, Jesus, there's loads of them, you know, and I've got 2 albums ready to release. But of course, the music industry is. Anyway, I'm going off the point. The point is that if you're sitting and just playing the guitar, it's every great guitar player in the world who's famous. Learning Curve, yes, Barry, I forgot that one. Every major name in the guitar world, every one of them, has one thing in common, and it's that they're in a band with songs. They're in a band with a songwriter, or they are a songwriter themselves. Mark Knopfler, for instance, Angus Young, Eddie Van Halen, Richie Blackmore, Tony Iommi, you name it. You name these great names, all of these great guitar players, right? It's about material. Pat Metheny, great example. Now, not to mimic or to copy or to say that that's the right way or the wrong way, excuse me, but the point is, they say Beethoven could outplay anybody on the piano, right? They say that Beethoven could outplay anybody on the piano. Hands down, a master, right? There was a piano player, this is a story that you'll find on the internet. There was a piano player who used to challenge all of these piano players in Vienna to piano duels, battles. And this guy was very good. And he heard that Ludwig van Beethoven had moved to Vienna, and that he was a great piano player. And this guy had said, I'm gonna humiliate Ludwig van Beethoven. Rory Gallagher, of course, you know. And so this fella had this piano battle with Ludwig van Beethoven, and Beethoven was so good, this guy was never seen in public playing the piano again. Right? Beethoven's humiliation and destruction of this piano wizard was so thorough that this guy was never seen in Vienna playing the piano in public ever again, right? Now, there's a load of guys can fly around their instruments like nobody's business, but the ones that the thing that separates the men from the boys is having material, having a tune. And as brilliant as Beethoven was, is he could write these tunes, he could write these incredible pieces of music, and and the vast majority of them were not technical exercises. They were beautiful and engaging and you know, fantastic pieces of music. He didn't do this all the time, you know. So the point I think I've established is that it's all good learning to play the guitar and studying and training and practicing and getting better and better and better and better. But I think if you haven't got somewhere to put it, then what is it? It's basically just somebody sitting twiddling on a guitar. Sultans of Swing, Dark Side of the Moon, Wish You Were Here, Deep Purple, Made in Japan. It's like the guitar is a part of the whole, otherwise it's just on its own. And I've pursued that. I've worked harder on composition and production and mixing in the last 20 years than I have done on playing the guitar, by a long chalk, because otherwise I'm just sitting playing the guitar, looking, you know, going, you know, technique should be a means to an end. Exactly. The dictionary is full of words, but the dictionary does not tell a story. It's just words. You take those words and you tell the story. You make your story up with those words. Read the dictionary and tell me what kind of characters you find out about, and episodes, and you know, there was an interesting bit on page 32 where there's nothing in the dictionary is data, scales and chords. It's data, and it's the application of it, and that comes from the individual and the artist. Like Eddie Van Halen said, it's music theory. It's not a fact. We, the artist, are the people who... Okay. Thursday, 11 a.m. live stream. I'll see you then. Thank you very much, folks. Bye-bye.